Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's well and okay. And welcome to Coffee Morning. Did you sleep well? Cheers. If I'm honest, Richard and I only went to sleep at 1:30 last night. The weather still quite dark. It's just brightening up now. Well, last night, you see, we we had a movie night. So I'm flicking through the TV, and I have not seen this film for a long time. The Silence of the Lambs, starring the incredible Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins. If you've not seen that film, I suggest you do so, because it's brilliant. I've not seen it for many, many years. If you like sort of, how would you describe Silence of the Lambs? If you like things to do with crime, then maybe it is for you. It's kind of like a psychological thriller as well. I think so. So at the moment it is free on Prime. Now, with our Sammy at the moment, she is sneezing and scratching a little bit. So someone suggested she may have mites. So I am going to apply treatment. I have got one in, luckily, a treatment. So hopefully I can sort our Sammy out good and proper. The earlier I do this, the better it will be for Sammy, and it'll give it a good chance to dry. Because I have applied the treatment before, and it's not very nice for her. And I had my mum helping me last time, because there's no way on earth I'd be able to do it with one hand and apply the treatment. So it would mean me holding her and my mum applying the treatment like last time. Because she doesn't like being held. Most budgies don't. So, because budgies, they're so tiny in your hand. You know, and so she may fall out with me for a bit after doing it. But if it sorts her out, it's kind of like being cruel to be kind, isn't it? So to be on the safe side, I am going to give her the treatment. And then that's an end to it. I can always order some more. Oh, I went down wrong way. Oh. So today, as you know, is New Year's Eve. We'll soon be in 2024. What a year it's been. As all years, they have the ups and they have the downs. One of the ups this year is that I started my YouTube channel. And seriously, I am enjoying it. It's giving me a focus. there's a lot of there's more positives than there are negatives to doing this channel, so I shall persist. So itinerary today is after my coffee morning, I'll go upstairs, get a bath, hopefully it starts lightening up. Get a bath, get dressed, ring my mum to come and help with Sammy. I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. But I think something needs to happen. Because she is really sneezing, and I thought about the other day, to be honest, because she was really, really bad and she was really itching. But she seemed not bad the day after, which made me think maybe it might not be, but to be cautious, I am going to do it today. Give her the treatment. So I'll see to her, Sammy. Now, general morning chit-chat. The video that was still processing didn't load, so I've deleted it. I've had to, because it wasn't doing nothing. I tried changing the settings on it and it still wouldn't load. So because of that, I'll have to start from scratch. General morning chit chat. Now, today I may do another subject instead of that one, but I do plan to do the series of the most stressful events of your life, but I'm going to start that in the new year instead. So, as they say, fresh new year, fresh start. So, and hopefully I'll have better luck. So I am going to do another one of death of a loved one, but I'll make it less minutes, because there was over 30 minutes in that, which may not have helped the situation, and less detailed, I think, because I talked about, I might as well say now, I talked about my the passing away of my granddad. And I actually visited him in the morgue. Well, not the morgue, the chapel of rest at the funeral home. And I can't unsee the image of him just lying dormant there, you know. And like my mum and my sister actually kissed him on the forehead. Or was it my sister? Just my sister. But I wouldn't do that. All I did to say goodbye was I sort of like touched his hand. Because in the chapel of rest, when it just had his hands over him like that, it's just so, I suppose it does look like they're asleep, but his skin was so cold. So that was my way of saying goodbye. And my sister kissed his head. It wasn't very nice, if I'm honest. I don't know whether I'd want to see another dead body like that. Now my granddad's been gone. Let me think. Longer than 12 years, I'd say. Yeah. It was 82. And he passed away with pneumonia. It was quite sad, really. Because he was a really fit man, you know. He really exercised and made all his own food. There was no processed food with my granddad. So, but it was pneumonia that did him in. He was in a care home. Only because it did start. It wasn't dementia. It was sort of like borderline dementia. So he couldn't look after himself anymore, and it was a shame. It was a real shame for him. So they had to put him in a home. And it was in the home where he got the pneumonia. And it was winter time. So sadly he was poorly at the end. So it's New Year's Eve. What will you be doing for New Year's Eve? Will you be going out on the town? Will you be going to a family's house? Will you be going to a house party? Whatever you do, please have your wits about you. Please, because a lot of bad things happen. And I'm not trying to scare people, but it does. And never walk the streets alone, no matter what sex you are. Always have 2 or 3 of you every time. Especially when you've had a skinful. And when I say a skinful, I mean if you have a lot to drink. Because that makes you vulnerable. So please be safe out there. It might even be New Year in some countries. Is it Australia? Australia might not be far away, and they're like a day ahead, I think. A day ahead of us. So they'll get the new year before we do. Usually on the news, it shows you like footage of the new year, and it's usually around the Sydney Harbour. I would love to go to Australia and New Zealand. I really would love to go. I know people who's been, and it's an amazing place. New Zealand, it's the location where they filmed The Lord of the Rings, and it just looks amazing. But it's such a long way. Such a long way. Once upon a time, my dad lived in Australia. and back when he lived in Australia in the 80s, well, 70s and 80s, he took him 36 hours to get there and get back. Oh, what a journey that must have been. I believe it's different now. Like, it's not so bad, I don't think, if you have a stop in between. You get a lot of listening to his stories. You get a lot of creatures. Some of the most dangerous animals in the world are in Australia. Like the box jellyfish. That's a really dangerous one. The blue octopus, the blue ringed octopus. Have you ever seen Octopussy, James Bond? Well, there's one of those in there, a blue ringed octopus. And it's a tiny, tiny little octopus. And you think, oh, very cute. But it would kill you. It would. My dad said they had to shut a beach off there. Because it was full of them blue-ringed octopuses. Nature's wonderful. What would we be without nature? Like, we get bees. And bees are a wonderful thing. A lot of people are allergic to bees. But they do a lot of good. I mean, there's some horrible creatures. I know there are, but they've all got a purpose, haven't they? In their own way. They've been put on this earth for a reason. in some countries, people eat insects. I told you once about them opening a bug cafe in London. And it's different dishes with locusts in. I'm not so sure. But it's selling out. When I say selling out, it's popular and it's busy. And it's doing very, very well. So the new year, what's it gonna bring? Hopefully some good things. Hopefully. I really hope it brings something good this year. January is the dreaded month, which is tomorrow. 1st of January tomorrow. I've said this before, but I don't like January. There's nothing exciting goes on in it. Might be different for you. Might be something exciting that goes on in January, but to break it up, I'm going to suggest maybe we go for a meal or something in the middle of it, something to look forward to, or a shopping trip, or just something to break it up. The only thing as well about January, the month is colder. But I'll have to see what I can suggest. I'll have a think. I'll have a little think and get back to you on it and see if I can break the months up somehow. Because it's just going to drag like Billy O. February's not too bad. 1, it's a shorter month. And 2, there is Valentine's Day. Isn't there? Who celebrates Valentine's Day with the partner? Do you do something special? Do you go away for a night, a weekend? Do you have a special dinner? Nice candlelit dinner at home? No, we'll probably have a takeaway. That's their Valentine's Day. But I do enjoy sometimes not having to cook. Whether it's a takeaway or eating somewhere, it's just nice not to cook. Well, there's the January blues, but there's also the January sales. And you can probably get some good bargains. So we'll have to see. So that's 25 minutes. I'm going to leave it there now. Okay, so I can go and get my bath. Now, so I'm going to get my bath, see to her, get dressed, see to her Sammy. So that means uncovering her, giving her a food, giving her a food and etc. Hopefully my mum will come round to help me with her treatment, because I know Richard suggested me do it with him, but because of how he still freaks out around the bird, I think, and it would be me holding, it would be either me holding Sammy or Richard holding Sammy, and sounds awful, you don't trust your husband, but because it would be me putting the solution on and him holding her, but he could, because of how big his hands are, because you have to be careful when you hold a budgie. I'd be worried he'd squeeze her too hard, and that's the only reason why I don't want Richard to help. I'd prefer my mum coming and doing it, because she's a lot quicker as well with the solution. She just does it as quick as she can, all over her tiny body and her head and a sear and everything, and then it's done. It's 5 minutes of a job at most. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later, hopefully for a general morning chit chat. I'll definitely be doing lunchtime with me as well. Okay. In the afternoon, we will be going out though. All right. And I've decided we are going to come home tonight instead of staying at my mum's. As far as I can see it, we don't live far away, and two, I don't want to kick my mum out of her bed. Out of their bed. It's not fair, really. So we are going to be coming home, so I'll be able to do more stuff tonight with you as well. Okay, I don't know what. I may even have some Baileys. Does any of you like Baileys? I'm going to have some Baileys tonight, I think, as a change from wine. I have got some open, so. Okay, so I shall see you later. Enjoy the rest of your morning, whatever you're doing. And I'll let you know how we got on with Sammy after as well. Okay, bye.